Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my review for Netflix's original series Bonding. So Bonding is just 7 episodes long. It dropped today and they're about 20 minutes or less per episode, and is basically about this young student who's studying to become a psychologist or psychiatrist even, and during her spare time to make ends meet, spare time in the evenings, she is a dominatrix. She enlists the help of her best friend when she was growing up, her gay best friend, to kind of be the assistant to help her deal with clients, and that's basically the premise of the story. Along the way, you see these two characters develop as they find out what it means to them to be a part of this kind of dominatrix world, at the same time what it actually means to real life and how it affects their relationship with their friends and their real world life. But actually, this is very light on storyline. There wasn't a lot for these characters, these actors to play with. By the time you get to the end of the 7th episode, there's much more going on. They have developed their characters a little bit more, but I would have liked a lot more character development.
It's complicated.
The logline for this TV series is chains, whips and quips, and I think that you do get some of that, although it's not nearly as... It is an 18, but it's not nearly as in your face as I expected it to be. When you think they're going to show something that is going to be really risky, the camera kind of pans off, which I was really grateful, because I did watch the show like this a lot of the times and the volume down with my hands over my face, because that is not that is not my norm, that's not my world. So it was kind of like, oh my gosh, you're ruining my fragile little brain. But thankfully it doesn't go deeply into that kind of dominatrix. Well, it's more just a showcase for what's happening with these characters and how it affects their relationship. I would say it's interesting that Netflix has greenlit this series amongst all the other things they could have greenlit. They chose this. They do like to kind of push the boundaries and kind of go, yeah, you go. So I do wonder what will get greenlit in the future if a series about dominatrix or as they call it, bonding, can be greenlit.
Yep.
This series wasn't quite for me. I didn't enjoy it as much as I think they intended it to be, as witty and funny as I think they expected it to be. There are moments which I thought were funny, and I thought it was more funny when I was at unease with myself watching some of the stuff that I was seeing on screen, and my own reactions. I was like, oh my gosh, the lines are funny, the scripting is and dialogue is funny at times, but it's more what the characters go through.
Kevin Costner to my Whitney Houston.
Kevin Costner gets shot at the end.
Most interesting story about Bonding is by far the relationship between Tiffany and Pete. They had something that they went through as a young couple, they're not couples, as their best friends, and that kind of plays on their relationship, and you can imagine how weird and wacky it gets, and how different their relationship becomes as he becomes this assistant, and the dynamic changes, and so that by the end you have this different dynamic in their friendship. And I think that for me by far was probably the most interesting part of the series. I don't think there's anything wrong with the acting, but I don't think the story was very interesting or very strong. I don't think it's something that actually needs to be greenlit. If they get subsequent series, I think they would need to do a proper arc story. I don't know where they would go with it. It would need to concentrate on their relationship. I'm not sure what they wanted this series to be, whether it was just funny or a glimpse into the world of dominatrix, and I'm not sure that it hits all those bars. For me, I was like, meh, It was weird to see, it was uneasy to see, that some of the lines were funny, the acting was fine, there was nothing wrong with the acting, it looked okay, filming wise, but there was nothing like, oh, that stood out for me. It went, yeah, this is great. This is kind of a run-of-the-mill series that has weird content. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know what you think about this series in the comments below. I'm going to give this a C. Probably a C-, because I think it's an interesting concept, because it's definitely new. It's nothing I've seen anything like this out there, but it doesn't push the boundaries, whether like in storyline or arc or character wise. Maybe it can go places. I thought their relationship was interesting. Not sure that you can watch this with family or anything like that, because obviously it's an 18, and I had the volume down on some of the scenes, and my face like this, like do people do that? Do people do like that? I mean, I'm obviously so sheltered in certain things, so yeah, please bear with me as I'm like squeamish when I see some of those things, like, oh, don't show me that. Like I said, they do kind of scan away from certain things that they are trying to show you. They don't show you the certain things, but at the same time you do see there's one scene where pee falls into a guy's mouth. A guy pees into another mouth. You don't see the penis, but you do see the pee landing in the guy's mouth. And I was just like, oh, is that something that actually people like? That is so weird. People are weird. Oh. So let me know in the comments below what you thought about this series. Are you going to watch it? Are you concerned about what Netflix is greenlighting? Chat to me in the comments below. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.